Your father was wrong about money. And no, I'm not here to disrespect your old man. He did what he could with what he knew. But if you're still living by the money rules he passed down, you're playing a broken game. See, most men are taught to chase stability, not freedom. Get a job. Work hard. Save a little. Pray nothing bad happens. That's not financial advice. That's survival advice. And survival advice doesn't build empires. The truth is, most fathers weren't financially free themselves, so they couldn't teach you what they didn't know. They taught you what worked for them in a different world, a different economy, a different time. But times changed, the economy changed, the rules changed. And if you didn't update the software in your brain, you're stuck running an outdated program. That's why you feel like you're doing everything right and still getting nowhere. Let me break something to you. Working 40 years for someone else, stashing away scraps in a savings account, hoping your retirement fund won't evaporate, that's not a plan. That's a slow bleed. You were trained to think like a laborer, but the world rewards thinkers, builders, risk takers. Your father might have told you to play it safe. But safe is often the most dangerous place to be. When I was growing up, I heard it too. Get good grades. Get a stable job. Don't take too many risks. Play within the lines. But here's what they didn't tell us. The lines are invisible. And the people who colored outside of them, they built the damn picture. So let me ask you, are you living someone else's financial blueprint? Are you following a model that was designed to keep you obedient, predictable, replaceable? Because most men are. They inherit fear, fear of risk, fear of failure, fear of standing out. So they trade their potential for a paycheck, not because they're lazy, but because they were programmed that way. Now here's the wake-up call. It's not your fault you were misled, but it is your responsibility to unlearn it. Your father may have worked 2 jobs. He may have sacrificed everything for the family. Respect that. Honor it. But don't repeat it if it doesn't serve your future. Instead, ask yourself this. What would I do if I stopped playing defense and started playing offense? What if I learned how money actually works? What if I mastered the game instead of just surviving it? Because the wealthy don't work harder. They work smarter. They leverage. They build systems. They acquire assets. They make money while they sleep. Your dad might have told you, money doesn't grow on trees. And while that's technically true, the people who plant the right seeds early on, they do grow money. They grow income streams. They grow options. And the most dangerous lie? That making money is immoral. That wealth makes you greedy. That being poor is somehow noble. Stop it. That's guilt tripping from people who never had a plan. Wealth is a tool. And if good men don't build wealth, then guess who gets all the power? Weak men. Corrupt men. Loud men with empty values. You want to be a good man? Be a rich one. But let's get real for a second. Some of you hear the word rich and instantly picture a guy with flashy cars, overpriced watches, and an empty soul. That's not wealth. That's insecurity with a high credit limit. Real wealth is silent. It's power you don't need to show off. It's time freedom. It's options. It's knowing you don't have to say yes to every job, every request, every emergency. You have breathing room. That's the goal. You think your father wouldn't have wanted that? He did. But he didn't know how. And the world didn't show him. You've got the internet, podcasts, YouTube, mentors, coaches, books, access to more financial wisdom than kings had 100 years ago. And you're using it to scroll nonsense. Look around. There's a 16-year-old building a Shopify store. There's a 22-year-old flipping content online. A 30-year-old mom building a course empire from her kitchen. You still waiting for a raise from a boss who doesn't even know your kid's name? You're a grown man. Time to stop playing small. Time to stop blaming your past, your school, your parents. Own the present, control the future. Your last name is your legacy, and right now, you're writing it with every dollar you earn and every dollar you waste. And don't say you don't have time. You have Netflix time. You have scroll time. You have sleep in on Saturday time. What you don't have is urgency, hunger, fire. Get up an hour earlier. Turn your car into a university. Read instead of binging. Sell instead of scrolling. Do instead of dreaming. So here's the truth. You need to unlearn the paycheck mentality. Stop waiting for someone else to hand you permission. Start looking for ways to create, to lead, to serve, to monetize your skills. If you're in your 20s or 30s and you're still operating under your father's beliefs about money, you're already behind. And that's okay, as long as you decide to pivot. Start reading books about money, not just budgeting, but wealth building. Learn about cash flow, learn about leverage, learn how to negotiate, learn how to sell, learn how to market. Find mentors who are where you want to be. Stop taking advice from people who gave up. Stop trusting people whose lives you wouldn't trade places with. If your dad told you to avoid debt, good. Avoid stupid debt. But don't be afraid of using smart debt. That's how empires are built. Not by playing small, by using every tool wisely. And above all, teach the next generation something better. Don't just hand down trauma. Don't just pass down fear. Pass down confidence, strategy, ownership. Let your sons see you learning. Let your nephew hear you talking about business, not just bills. Let your brother watch you invest in your mind, your network, your skills. The chain ends with you, or it continues through you. Your choice. Don't wait until life forces your hand. Wake up now. Reprogram your mindset. Rewire your beliefs. Rebuild your identity. Because if you don't take control of your money, someone else always will. And chances are, they won't have your best interest in mind. You owe it to yourself, and to everyone who's watching you, to step up. Stop living by old rules. Start writing your own. Practical steps to rewire your financial thinking. Here's how you start breaking the cycle and building your own financial blueprint. Audit your beliefs. Write down every money lesson your father or family taught you. Save every penny. Don't trust banks. Rich people are evil. Now question each one. Where did it come from? Does it hold up in today's economy? If it's limiting you, cross it out. Replace it with a new belief rooted in abundance, not scarcity. Learn the language of wealth. Money has its own vocabulary: cash flow, ROI, equity, leverage, passive income. If these sound foreign, you're already behind. Start with books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki or The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. They'll shift your mindset from employee to entrepreneur. Build a skill stack. The 9-to-5 World Rewards Compliance, the Wealth World Rewards Skills. Learn high-value skills like digital marketing, sales, copywriting, or coding. Platforms like Coursera, Udemy, or even YouTube have courses for cheap or free. Invest 10 hours a week into learning something that pays better than your current job. Create multiple income streams. Relying on one paycheck is a trap. Start a side hustle. It doesn't have to be big. Sell a service, flip products, create content. The goal is to get comfortable making money outside a job. Over time, scale it. The rich don't have one income source, neither should you. Network up. Surround yourself with people who think bigger than you. Join online communities, attend local business meetups, or follow wealth builders on X. Their mindset will rub off. Avoid the complainers, the skeptics, the "that's impossible" crowd. They're anchors, not wings. Invest in assets, not liabilities. Your dad might have saved for a bigger TV. That's a liability. Instead, invest in things that generate income. Real estate, stocks, businesses, or even your own education. Start small, but start. The goal is to have your money work for you, not the other way around. Embrace calculated risks. Playing it safe keeps you stuck. Wealth requires risk, but not reckless gambling. Research, plan, then act. Start a business, invest in a course, or buy a rental property. The biggest risk is doing nothing and waking up at 50 with regrets. Track your money. Most men don't know where their money goes. Use apps like YNAB or Mint to track every dollar. Cut wasteful spending, subscriptions, eating out, impulse buys. Redirect that money into investments or skills. Small leaks sink big ships. Your father's lessons were his truth, not yours. Respect his effort, but don't inherit his limits. The world is different now. You have tools, knowledge, and opportunities he never had. Use them. Now, if this lit a fire under you, do something with it. Don't just feel inspired, take action. Share this with a man who needs to hear it. Drop a comment, hit subscribe, or don't. Stay broke and proud, your choice.